Hi everyone, it's me, Shauna Killian again. Don't mind my voice, I'm still getting over a cold. So if my voice is a little bit more annoying than usual, that's why. So, today I've been asked many times to do a tutorial on drawing these hands. So, let's get started. So I created this. Tips on drawing hands. Now, what I did was break it down into a few parts, like the palm. You can see the shape of the palm. This is the back of my right hand. I looked at my right hand for reference, and if you look at your hand, you'll see you kind of have that same kind of shape. If you take the fingers away, it's kind of curved a little downward on the top part of the palm. See how it kind of falls off during the pinky there, and kind of softer on this side, not straight, it's kind of curvy, and a weird little scoop, kind of like a, I don't know, like a C kind of, and kind of angled there. See, it's kind of straight. And then at the bottom of the palm, I curved the bottom just because it's not flat there. Kind of gives a curve. So that's the basic shape of the palm of my right hand. Second, I broke the palm into sections, and I added a line across this weird scoopy part for the thumb, because that's where your thumb comes in. And then I split this top part in half. This is where your index and middle finger go, and this is where your ring and pinky will go. And then over here, to add more guidelines, I redrew this shape again, added the little thumb and the line going through the center. I continued that line all the way up, and this should equal the same size as this, the palm. The size of the palm should equal the size of this, because if you look at your hand, the biggest finger is your middle finger, and it's roughly about the same size as your palm. So that's your guideline. And then I took and divided these in equal parts. Then I drew this finished hand, well, kind of finished hand. The tallest finger is, of course, the middle finger, tallest, and it comes up to the top of the guideline I showed you here. It's twice the palm. One palm, two palm, and that's the tip of your tallest finger. Now your ring finger and your index finger. The ring finger I find is slightly taller than this one, but these are the second tallest fingers. And your shortest finger is your pinky. Now mine is pretty short, so it comes after this first knuckle where the finger first bends. That's where I notice my pinky to land, how tall it is. So that's what I kind of did in here, was that this is the knuckles. These are the top knuckle part, and that's where your fingers first will bend. And the pinky is down here because it's smaller, so it can't bend at the same spot as these ones. So this one here is just a little bit lower. And then there's the second knuckle. This is where this one bends right here. It goes about here, and it kind of goes in a curve, like it curves down because the pinky is shorter. So your middle knuckles, what I call it, it kind of curves downward. See how it kind of, yeah. And then you got your bottom knuckles, and that is these guys right here. And they're at the base where the fingers meet the hand. That's where you'll find your bottom knuckles, is what I call them. And as for the thumb only bends here and here. So, but it can also pivot around and do all kinds of stuff, unlike any of the other fingers. That when one of these ones move, usually the other ones follow, which makes drawing hands a little bit easier, because when you go to close your hand, they all kind of follow. One thing that I noticed that was kind of weird when I was observing my hand the other day is that when you go to bend all your fingers over, they don't like just go straight over. They kind of go towards the thumb. I thought that was a bit weird. I don't know. Anyway, I broke down the thumb into just the top thumb knuckle and the bottom thumb knuckle, and that's basically it for the thumb. The thumb is a little thicker than the other fingers, and also when drawing the fingers, they kind of are thicker down at the bottom, and they kind of get a little thinner at the top, so that's good to remember too. And let's see, the wrist. The wrist, they kind of start like right after this little bulge. There's a bulge on your thumb, from your thumb. And that's where your wrists come in. Even on the other side, there's like a little bulge where that flabby piece of skin, kind of like a soft cushion. You get your wrist in there. A few other things I'd like to mention about hands is that hands in anime and manga, they're a great way to show emotion, like if they're mad or if they're happy, or it's just a great way to express their emotion. And also another thing that I find a lot of people do is they make the hands too small. Now, the hand should be about as big as your character's face. I know that sounds kind of big, but that's the true fact, is that hands are about the size of your face. Hold up your hands to your face and you'll see they're roughly about the same size. Unless you're drawing like chibi or something, then yeah, you can make them tiny. You can make them big or tiny. But that's just a few other tips I wanted to leave you guys with. So, until next time, thanks for watching.